low, and I don't even want to dignify this other than to say, Kanye West, I don't want to see him on red carpets anymore. I hope that his partner is okay, because that whole thing was very uncomfortable, I think, for most women to watch, and I don't want to see it or hear from it any further.
Kanye West and his wife, Bianca Censori's jaw-dropping stunt at the 2025 Grammys has left everyone speechless. The View's hosts are spilling all the juice, and we've got the juicy deets. But here's the question. What's Kanye's response to all the drama? We know he won't back down, so buckle up, folks.
Okay, well, I didn't see it, but I will tell you, you know, people don't always, just because you want it, it isn't your time. It's not your time, it's God's time.
Yeah.
So she got everything she needed to get right now.
We've seen Kanye push boundaries before, but this time he and Bianca Censori took it to a whole new level. Bianca's red carpet look started innocently enough, a sleek black fur jacket, but things took a dramatic turn when she pulled it down to reveal a skin-tight, transparent gown that left very little to the imagination.
See the outfit. Beautiful. And over that shoulder one time.
Over the shoulder. What a reveal.
Beautiful. Right there, Bianca. Beautiful. Right here.
Right here on the right.
Yeah. Guys, let's see the next one. Bianca, right?
And on the right.
Bianca, that smile this way. Oh, there it is. Perfect.
And right here, sweetheart. Right there.
And how did Kanye react? He just stood back, watched, and let Bianca do her thing. The internet is freaking out, and we can't blame them. Was this a bold fashion statement or a disturbing display of exploitation? You decide. One thing's for sure, this moment will be etched in our memories forever. Apparently, people are even saying that Kanye allegedly told Bianca to let her fur coat drop, just to cause a scene. His words to her on the red carpet allegedly were, "Drop it behind you and then turn. I got you." And of course, The View had something to say about it. They've been keeping a close eye on this whole Kanye and Bianca situation, with Alyssa Farah Griffin being especially vocal. She's been sharing her thoughts, and let's just say, she's not impressed. In her opinion, Kanye shouldn't even be on red carpets anymore. To her, his behavior was completely out of line, and what happened was uncomfortable for a lot of women to watch. And honestly, she's not alone in thinking that. Even Jimmy Kimmel included this whole situation in his monologue.
This shows you just how much times have changed. Before Trump, this would have been our whole monologue tonight. Now it's like the 9th craziest thing that happened this weekend. Remember the whole country melted down when one of Janet Jackson's boobs popped out for a millisecond? Now a completely nude woman walks the red carpet at the Grammys. They're yelling, "Bianca, over here on the right."
Speaking of arrests, some sources even speculated that legal action might be taken due to the chaos they caused. But here's the twist. Since the Grammys are a private event and no official complaints were filed, there's no legal case to pursue. So, for now, it looks like Kanye and Bianca are in the clear. No legal drama this time. But that doesn't mean the public's eye is going to turn away anytime soon. The buzz around this whole situation is far from over, and whether it's the law or the critics, someone's bound to keep coming for them. At this point, it's not even a question. Kanye and Bianca have definitely been doing the most. And let's be real, this isn't the first time Bianca has stepped out next to Kanye looking nearly naked in barely there outfits.
I told y'all about them close shots, they be corny. And like, you ain't even got on the all black.
And now, people aren't just side-eyeing Bianca's wardrobe choices, they're pointing fingers directly at Kanye. The internet is calling him out, saying he's the mastermind behind her over-the-top looks, pushing her to dress in a way that many are calling straight-up bizarre. Kanye fired back on social media to hype up Censori, shutting down the criticism and calling her daring fashion choice nothing short of admirable. "My wife's first red carpet opened a whole new world," he wrote on X alongside a photo from the event. "I keep staring at this photo like I was staring in admiration that night, thinking, wow, I am so lucky to have a wife that is so smart, talented, brave, and hot." But here's where things get even messier. Some are wondering, has Kanye's bipolar disorder played a role in all of this? It's no secret that he's been open about his diagnosis, and people are speculating that his behavior might be linked to it. Let's not forget, Kim Kardashian literally left the marriage, saying it was an unbearable experience, in part due to Kanye's mental health struggles. Maybe this is exactly the kind of thing she was trying to escape. Now, for those who don't know, bipolar disorder involves extreme mood swings, deep depressive lows, and manic highs. And if that's what Kanye's been going through, well, that's a whole other conversation. It's wild, no doubt, but the real question remains, are we witnessing just another Kanye controversy, or is there something deeper going on? So, here's the thing. Back when Kim was still married to Kanye, she didn't hold back about how tough it was. In an episode of The View, she straight up revealed that Kanye wouldn't even let her have help around the house. And with 4 kids, yeah, she was done adding to the bunch, because according to her, she was the only one handling them. Kanye apparently wasn't a fan of having extra hands around, especially in the mornings when the kids needed to get ready for school.
Sort of this high.
Not me taking
You
care
taking
of them.
care.
I was just one of them. But when you have to be responsible for every single soul and mornings, and I can't even begin to tell you what getting ready in the morning is like.
But you have help, right?
I do, and I love everyone that has been so helpful, but my husband is on this no help kick.
I know what that's like.
So I've given him kind of.
Now, was this just Kanye's personal parenting style, or was his controlling nature, possibly influenced by his bipolar disorder, at play here? That's the question people are asking. But Kim, she's moved on. She left that chapter behind. Now, it's Bianca Censori in the picture. And, well, let's just say things haven't gotten any less controversial. Take the Grammy red carpet, for example. The internet exploded with claims that Kanye and Bianca were kicked out for violating dress code rules. Scandalous, right? But here's the twist. The Grammy executive producer came out and shut that rumor down, saying it's completely false. According to him, Kanye was nominated for Best Rap Song but didn't stick around long. He just hopped into his car and left. But here's the thing. Fans aren't buying it at all. The internet is still buzzing, with people convinced that they were actually shown the door. So what do you think? Was Kanye and Bianca forced out, or did they leave on their own terms? Not gonna lie, the whole situation was beyond messy. But you wanna know what's even more shocking than what went down at the Grammys? Kanye's response. And trust me, it's concerning. Despite the backlash from The View, from fans, from critics, Kanye didn't even flinch. Instead, he went online and posted the dress Bianca supposedly wore, captioning it, "Couture Grammy dress for the most beautiful woman ever. My love, my best friend, my wife."
Freshest post now. And here's what he posted. So I guess it's just like this dress that's like completely see-through, right? I mean, I think so. And he said, "Custom couture Grammy dress for the most beautiful woman ever, my love, my best friend, my wife." And I think that was the dress Bianca was wearing at the Grammys.
Excuse me, Kanye? The internet was shook. The man just brushed off the outrage like it was nothing. It's almost like he was looking the critics dead in the eye and saying, "Y'all can talk, but I'm not listening." But wait, it gets weirder. Kanye didn't stop there. He edited the caption, changing it to "the invisible dress." Then, just when you thought he was done, he kept going, posting about Bianca again, this time calling her the most Googled woman on planet Earth. If you thought the Grammys drama was over, think again. 2 days after the chaotic night, TMZ caught up with Kanye and Bianca, hoping to get some answers. But what they got was something entirely unexpected. As reporters grilled Kanye about his actions, Bianca suddenly erupted into laughter. And then Kanye dropped a bombshell. "We beat the Grammys." Yes, you heard that right. We beat the Grammys. The internet is abuzz trying to decipher the meaning behind Kanye's cryptic words. Was it a declaration of victory, a jab at the music industry, or just another example of Kanye's unpredictable behavior?
Why are you gonna ask us how it was to beat the Grammys?
How was it to beat the Grammys?
At this point, people are asking, what is even going on with Kanye? Has he completely lost it? Is he using Bianca to claw his way back into the spotlight? Is this all just one big PR stunt? One thing's for sure, it's cringe, it's chaotic, and honestly, what even is this? And just when you thought things couldn't get any messier, they did. In a shocking turn of events, former View co-host and conservative commentator Meghan McCain's past words have come back to haunt her. Remember when she sympathized with Kanye West's bipolar struggles, particularly around the anniversary of his mother's passing? She got it. She understood grief.
You said something that was really interesting because people are saying that that this happens to him around the anniversary of his mother's death and that perhaps that triggers his mental illness.
So why I didn't want to rush through the last segment is that I am now 48 days out since my father passed. And make no mistake, grief is something, I heard the metaphor that it feels like a part of your body has been amputated.
Yeah.
And I feel like 2/3 of my heart has been amputated, and I'm trying to figure out how to live with 2/3 of my heart gone. And it is overwhelming, and it's the way I imagine an addict has to stay on sobriety when they're sober. I have to stay on my emotional health right now. All of you know it, you're all my close friends. And I think when I see someone like Kanye, I just felt compassion that he doesn't have the same kind of support that I do. I have friends, I have God, I have pastors.
But fast forward to now, and it seems Megan's patience has worn thin. Her silence on Kanye's recent antics speaks volumes. She's clearly had enough. She took to social media and went off on Kanye, making it crystal clear how she feels about him. Her exact words, "I just want and have wanted for years for Kanye West to leave us all the hell alone. He's a repugnant, vile piece of garbage, and his wife looks like a victim and a hostage." Yikes. But here's where it gets even wilder. She deleted the post. So, what happened? Did she have second thoughts? Was there backlash? Well, according to reports, the post was a total accident. But if you thought that meant she was walking back her words, think again, because she reportedly still believes Kanye is a vile pig. What changed, Megan? Did Kanye cross a line, or did your empathy expire? At this point, the conversation is shifting. Is Kanye really fully at fault here, or is his bipolar disorder playing a bigger role than people realize? Maybe, just maybe, what he actually needs isn't criticism but professional help. So, what's your take? Should Kanye be held accountable, or is it time someone steps in and gets him the help he needs? Who could forget when Kim took to her Instagram about 4 years ago and made a bold claim, saying Kanye was suffering from bipolar disorder? The news hit like a bombshell, and the hosts of The View were all over it. Sunny Hostin even took a moment to point out how Kim, being a public figure, hadn't been public about Kanye's struggles until then. It was shocking, to say the least, and definitely raised some eyebrows. But looking back, it almost feels like Kanye's fallen into a deep, dark wormhole of depression. And maybe he's become something else entirely. His alter ego, perhaps?
After a series of public spectacles from Kanye West, his wife Kim Kardashian broke her silence about his mental health issues, posting on social media that he's dealing with bipolar disorder. Were you surprised that Kim went public like this, Sonny?
Well, I was surprised in a sense that she went public about this in particular, but we know that she's a public person. She's been on our show, Whoopi, so many times, discussing, her life, and she lives her life very publicly, but she has been very private about her children, and she has been very private about Kanye's mental health. But I thought this was a good thing because everyone's been speculating and everyone's been talking about it, and quite frankly, I think people have been very cruel to him.
Remember when Kim also revealed on The View that Kanye started something called Kanye Sunday Service? It was supposed to be this event celebrating his born-again nature, his newfound happiness in finding Christ. That whole thing felt like Kanye trying to reinvent himself, right? But now, what are we seeing? It's a complete 180.
I want to talk about Kanye's Sunday service because he created a church service with music that's turned into these really big weekly events. And we had David Letterman on the show, and I asked him about it, and he raved about it, actually.
He came at a really early stage when it was just inside of a rehearsal studio. Yeah, Kanye started this, I think, just to heal himself, and it was a really personal thing, and it was just friends and family. And he has had an amazing evolution of being born again and being saved.
Someone really needs to check up on him. Something's not adding up, and it's hard to ignore. But then there's the rumor going around that Kanye's wild antics might be about something else entirely, his new clothing brand. Word on the street is that his latest PR stunt is, in fact, a calculated move to boost his brand, which just so happens to look eerily similar to Kim Kardashian's Skims. Well, if that's the case, he definitely won.
Kanye West, who is celebrating all the attention he and his wife Bianca got at the Grammys, and using that, I think, to launch, or try to launch, his new product that Yeezy is making.
I think launched.
Yeah, he did launch it, actually. And you could argue that this product is...
It's a direct competitor of Kim's Skims.
Yes, indeed. It's a Yeezy women's bodysuit, which Bianca was actually wearing at the after party for the Grammys.
Because let's face it, he wanted PR, and he got it times 1,000. His name is all over the news, people are talking, and now they're buzzing about him and his brand. Honestly, Kanye's become a whole new type of attention magnet. And it's working. And let's be real, we all know The View by now. Unfiltered, unflinching, and always ready to share their opinion. Whether it's celebrity fashion or personal lives, they don't hold back. Who could forget that one time when they dove deep into a conversation about seductive dressing and marriage? That discussion got really uncomfortable, to say the least.
Now you have to follow this. A woman asked Reddit users how to handle a conflict she's having with her friend. She wrote, "My friend recently revealed that her husband has a crush on me. So she asked me to stop wearing makeup and start wearing baggy, unflattering clothing. So that the next time that we went out, the woman said that I wore an average dress and heels, but her friend still got mad because I look so good." Is this her problem? Is this my problem? Does she need to hose down her husband?
Now, fast forward to the Grammy chaos, Kanye and Bianca's stunt on that red carpet. Yeah, The View, and pretty much every critic out there are still trying to wrap their heads around it. The whole thing? It's left people scratching their heads, and even more so after Kanye's baffling Instagram commentary. The responses? Still incredibly confusing. And if we're being honest, Alyssa Griffin might be at the breaking point right now. Can you imagine what's going through her mind? At this rate, she might need a bucket. She's probably trying to process what's happening, all while fighting the urge to just puke. The controversy surrounding Kanye's latest move has ignited a firestorm of opinions. Was he being his usual provocative self, or did he cross a line? Alyssa Farrah Griffin and the View crew certainly think so. They're calling out Kanye for his behavior, but some are asking, is bipolar disorder to blame, or is this just Kanye being Kanye? And then there's the question on everyone's mind. Was this whole thing really just a publicity stunt? Join the conversation. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates on this developing story.